I never thought I'd find myself in a situation that could have ended so tragically. This is a story about a moment of carelessness that almost turned my life upside down. It all started last summer. My family and I had just bought a new house in a quiet neighborhood, and we were excited to finally settle in. With 2 kids, ages 8 and 10, things were bustling around our place. Between unpacking boxes and settling in, life was a whirlwind of chaos and joy. One Saturday morning, I decided to tackle a few home improvement projects. I had a list of things to do: hang some shelves, fix a leaky faucet, and, of course, finally set up the grill in the backyard for some family barbecues. I felt productive and ready to take on the day. I had just finished hanging shelves in the garage and moved on to setting up the grill. As I was getting everything ready, I realized I needed to refill the propane tank. It was a simple task that I had done countless times before. I grabbed the tank and headed to the local hardware store, feeling confident in my abilities. When I arrived home, I set everything up and started preparing for our first barbecue. The kids were playing in the backyard, and my wife, Sarah, was inside prepping some sides. Everything felt perfect. As I hooked up the propane tank to the grill, I noticed a faint hissing sound but brushed it off, thinking it was just the pressure releasing. I lit the grill and started cooking, but soon after, I realized the hissing was getting louder. Panic set in as I turned to the kids, who were running around laughing and having a great time. That's when I suddenly remembered something important. I had accidentally filled the propane tank with a mixture that included the remnants of a flammable gas from an old project. In that moment, everything froze. My heart raced as I pieced together what I had done. I rushed to turn off the grill, but it was too late. The pressure had built up, and before I knew it, the tank exploded in a cloud of flames. I could see my family in the distance, and all I could think was that I had put them in danger. Miraculously, the flames didn't reach them, but I was engulfed in panic. I shouted for everyone to get back inside the house as I frantically tried to contain the fire. The kids were frozen in shock, and Sarah rushed out of the house when she heard the commotion. In a frantic effort, I grabbed the garden hose and tried to douse the flames. My hands were shaking, and my mind was racing. Thankfully, the fire didn't spread to the house, but the grill was engulfed in flames, and I could see the fear in my family's eyes. Just as I thought things couldn't get worse, I remembered that our propane tank was still connected. I felt a surge of adrenaline and managed to unhook it, tossing it away from the flames. Somehow, I was able to put out the fire before it spread further, but the aftermath was overwhelming. The kids were crying, Sarah was in shock, and I felt like the worst father and husband in the world. I had almost put my family in grave danger because of one careless mistake. It took a long time for us to calm down and process what had happened. After that day, we had several family discussions about safety, responsibility, and the importance of being cautious. I learned that even the smallest oversight can have massive consequences. It was a wake-up call that I'll never forget. Looking back, I still feel the weight of that day. It serves as a constant reminder of how important it is to be vigilant, especially when it comes to family safety. I'm grateful that we came out of it without serious injury, but I'll carry that lesson for the rest of my life. If you're ever in a similar situation, please double-check everything. It can make all the difference between a simple day at home and a potential tragedy.